These are Johan and Sabine, a couple in their 50s from the Netherlands. 2 years ago, they made a major decision to sell all their belongings and start a resort on Koh Lanta, a tropical island in Thailand. They are talking to us about the difficulties along the road of building the resort, the cost, and their tips for anyone pursuing the same.
Did people think we were crazy? For sure. We also thought we were crazy, and we've had some sleepless nights as well over it.
We actually sold the house before that we even came here. We were only looking ahead and tried to make this work. There's only one way, and that's forward.
Me, I'm Mayan, an expat living in Thailand for almost 14 years now with my Thai husband and 2 kids. Let's listen to their story. So you guys are living the dream, or at least the dream that many people have, right? How did it all start?
Now it started actually with coming on holiday to Thailand. We love Thailand very much. We've traveled here quite some times, especially Koh Lanta. We would always return here either in the beginning of the holidays or at the end. And the last time when we planned our vacation here, our holiday here, it was COVID time hit. We said to each other, okay, the opportunities now have opened because of the COVID period. There was a lot of resorts and small things that were open for hire. When we came back from holiday, we were thinking about, how crazy would it be to do something like this? That's how it started.
Was it something like completely out of the blue, or was it something like you guys were thinking about before?
It was pretty impulsive, yes.
Pretty impulsive, but we did say it sometimes before.
We were always having plans to do something by ourselves instead of working for a company or something in Holland. So the little seed was there to do something for ourselves. And then Sabine started to look on some Facebook pages which offered like small resorts for hire. And we started looking at them. And one moment suddenly this popped up here, and we knew the beach, we knew Klong Kong. We knew a little bit of the area here specifically, but we've never been on this terrain before.
So this is all happening back home?
It was all back home, yeah. When we came back from our last holiday. It was a pretty impulsive moment, so we did it in a very short time. And we came back in February, I think, from a holiday. And I think in March or April, we decided that we were going to make a down payment for the rent of the property. So we made contact. We said, is it still available? Yes. So we had a list of questions but we had to ask the guy who did the intermediating for us. And after we were satisfied with the questions we had, he did a tour around on video. And then we said, we must act now or else the chance may be gone.
So that is also still happening in Holland. You didn't even come and see it.
Yes.
So you put the down payment before you even come and see the property.
Only with a video call.
We had a video call.
Wow. People might call you crazy, right?
Yes, they did. They did.
I call myself crazy also, but
Did people think we were crazy? For sure. And we've had some sleepless nights as well over it.
You also had to sell your house, right?
Yes. So we decided to sell our house before we even knew if we were going to take the property, yes or no. Because it was in the period that the house prices were very high in Holland, and we could sell our house for a very, very good price.
You quit your jobs, you sell your house. Was there any backup plan?
You can always go back. You can always go work again. You can always go and start over again. And maybe you blew a lot of savings or something. But that's the risk that you take. The end of July, we came here and we watched the first week. We took the plane to Phuket, and from Phuket we took the boat to here. And we came to look at the property here. We made an appointment to have a look at it, and we came here, and it was an absolute peep hole, just to say, not to swear.
So, welcome to our resort. What do you think about our beautiful tiles? Concrete bed, get mattress.
But you knew that already?
I knew that already, but not as severe as it was in real life. On video it always looks better than it does in real time. When we came here it was really, really bad. We said, okay, that was a little bit of a disappointment, but still we kept our faith.
But I have to say, from the moment we got here and we saw what it looked like, knowing that we had sold everything behind us, there was nothing behind us anymore. It was only this. Both of us knew that. So I think we only looked forward,
Yes.
looking ahead, and just this is it. We have to make this work.
Yes.
It's only one way.
There's only one way, and that's forward.
Yeah.
And, we had a very severe 3 months, 2.5, 3 months, and then we opened with 8 bungalows. So
Wow. Oh, you opened like just a few months later.
yes, 2.5 months, and everything was there. The pool was there, the pathways were there. Only 8 rooms we had at
Okay.
that moment.
But we were still pouring the concrete the night before we opened.
We had good people which we worked with, and they were very reliable, and they did actually help us a lot. Also with everything, with the visas, with the bureaucratic stuff, the construction, with all the small things, electricity.
So
everything.
you come here, you don't know anyone, you know Koh Lanta already as a tourist.
Yes.
How do you find even those good people? How do you know what to do? Like,
So I actually put up an ad on Facebook that we needed people to help us. And we had a guy coming over and he introduced himself. We basically started working with him and he knew a lot of people and he has helped us out a lot. And he helped us build the whole resort.
like an angel from the
Yes.
sky.
Yes. Yeah, we were very lucky to meet them. Yeah. Yeah.
This is Jessie. And we have 2 cats, Jessie and Smoose, and both of them make a really good team. We did not have a pool, so this is what we built. We also have a little sea view over there, so we are very close to the beach. It's about 50, 60 meters to the beach. When we first came here, we had 16 bungalows, including the one that we lived in for 15 months. Very tiny bungalow. From Holland, a big, huge house, to here, a tiny bungalow for the 3 of us, but it was fine for as long as it lasted. We had 16 bungalows. We had to tear down 3 of them. They were made from bamboo and they were so bad that we couldn't even step inside. This is a pool view bungalow and I think it's a really beautiful one. We brought our most beautiful stuff from home, and all of the bungalows, all 16 of them, have something from our house in Holland to make it a little personal. This particular one has the 3 wooden artifacts that I have had in my house for more than 20 years, and I just couldn't say goodbye to them, and I really like them, so we have taken them here. Smoose! Come! Come! Smooshy, come! Come!
So did you guys talk about the struggles beforehand?
Yeah, sure, we talked about it. We thought, of course, we are going to a very different country. They work differently, they have different manners. Life will be different here, work-wise. And then when we came here, of course, everything goes a lot slower, but I have to say a lot of jobs also got fixed in the time that we said it needed to be fixed. So yeah, the heat has definitely been a struggle, and it still is, because I really underestimated it. We are constantly wet and sweating. It's always 30 plus, 35, 37, which is extremely hot. But of course, it is what it is. So yeah, you just learn to live with it. You accept it. You accept the heat.
And what are other things that you maybe underestimated or that were difficulties along the way?
The bureaucracy a little bit, of course. Yeah, the visas, the whole thing. Not that it's not doable, but enormous amount of documents that you have to handle and fill out. So that was in the beginning a little bit we had to get used to, because normally in Holland you're used to fix things, you bring that, you give those documents, and then okay, that's it, and then you get your whatever you're applying. But here it's more of a, oh, okay, yeah, you have that, okay, oh, we still need another document, and then you have to go back, and then oh yeah, and to more pass photos, okay, oh yeah, and then oh yeah, that form you still have to do. So that was in the beginning, it was a little bit. Now we know exactly, of course, what we need to bring in to get something done. But in the beginning, there was something that we really had to get used to, yeah.
We wanted to spend more time with our child, which I think so far has not really worked out, because obviously if you start up a business like this, it's a lot of work, and we kind of underestimated that. But we have spent a lot of time here at the resort, and therefore have not spent as much time as we wanted with our son. But we are sure that it's going to change, because now we have the staff and we can slowly step a little bit away from the resort instead of being here 15 hours a day.
So, in the beginning, it was very busy, hectic, and not very different than in Holland, actually. But now that it's running and we had our first season to try out, we know where the flaws are, what we need to improve to even make it smoother. So yeah, I think we're slowly calming down in our hectic thoughts that we had in the beginning. Yeah.
In the hectic life of starting an enterprise.
Yes.
So obviously we have a huge garden, and it's a lot of work to do the garden. And we are at the moment building new ornaments on the outside, and we have to fill them with plants, which is kind of my thing. So every time when we pass a plant shop, Johan is already like, no. But it's like, sorry, too late.
I have to
I
go.
bought some more.
What do people love about here? What do you offer here, you know?
The best part is that all of our bungalows, we are not packed together. It's a beautiful surrounding. We have a beautiful serene garden. We have nice bungalows, and they're all kind of secluded. So you're not packed together. It's just a really lovely area with a beautiful garden and a good vibe. Close to the beach, close to the road, in the middle of the island. What more do you want?
And you have like 2 kids, right?
Yes, our oldest, Kieran, he's in Holland now. He's 21. And the youngest is 7. He's here. Both of them came out here in the beginning. And the oldest one stayed for a year and a half. But because he didn't have a work permit, it's not easy to get a work permit here. He couldn't work, and he had to go home because he didn't really have a purpose here. And he has gone back to Holland 3 months ago, and now he's back in Holland working. And hopefully he will come on holiday soon.
And now he loves Thailand.
I think so.
Yeah.
And he did Muay Thai here for a year, and he was very, very active at the gym. So yeah, and he also made a lot of friends.
And how about the little one?
Yeah, the little one, we didn't have many concerns about him because he's a very open-minded boy. He's very good with other people. He's not shy.
And many people in Holland would say, like, well, you take them out of the Dutch school system, it's good, a good quality, and then you bring them to this country. Like,
education is all about life and life's experiences. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. If he goes every day, he goes outside and he plays with his little net, fish net, and he goes outside on the beach and he gets some crabs and things that he, can catch in between the rocks. Who wouldn't want that for a child? That's.
And he spoke English in 7 weeks. We came here 1st of November. He went to school a few days after, and by Christmas time he was speaking English. Yes. So yeah, that was pretty fast.
How about like the culture difference?
As a business, of course, it's difficult because in the beginning you're used to the European way of working with, and here it's pretty different. It's a different mentality. It's a different way of looking at things, and not that it was absolutely no problem, but for yourself you have to get used to that.
I think the people here, work-wise, don't really look ahead. They just do their job for the day. They don't think about what do we need for tomorrow. Do we already have that in the house? So if there's no more detergent, washing powder, then they will say it at the moment when it's gone, and then you have to go and get it. And sometimes that's very frustrating. And the people, the staff, will tell you today that they cannot come tomorrow instead of saying it 1 week before. So yeah, sometimes in the high season that's very stressful.
We can get very upset about things very fast, and they don't. If something breaks down, it's they laugh and they fix it. And whilst we can go totally berserk and the people in the guests, because we know the guests and we know that the guests have certain expectations, and of course, and they, if it gets done, it gets done. When it's the day after, it's the day after. And so that was for us sometimes a pretty big task to make sure that we had everything fixed in order on time and keep it running.
You never run a business like this before, so right? It's
No.
completely new for you.
No. We never run a hospitality business before, no.
Right. So it's not just like living in a new country with new culture, but it's just like doing something completely different.
Everything new.
Yeah.
That you've never done before.
No.
Yeah.
But it turns out pretty okay, I do have to say. You know, we're not doing that bad.
Hello. Hi. Here's our guest. They booked for one night and ended up staying 15. And counting. This bungalow is one of the 4 new bungalows we built, and we absolutely love it. The ceiling is a little bit higher. There's a little bit more room. These are also the rooms where we can put in an extra bed for a child. And we have a beautiful bathroom with a shower. And we have safes. These ones, I have 4 of them, and I bought them about 30 years ago at a flea market.
So do you still have anything back home?
No, nothing. We sold everything. I think we have about 3 boxes, and they are spread out over family, but it's only photos and no, nothing. This is it.
So where is home now?
At the moment here. But yeah, Holland will always be in our hearts.
And what about the language barrier?
Yeah,
The
that's...
language barrier is definitely something that we should have started before. I think now we can sort of pick up many words, and especially related to the resort, and we can also ask in Thai, how's it going with the rooms? Are they clean?
Show us some skills.
Hong A3 เสร็จแล้วค่ะ Is the room clean? Is room A3 clean? We can ask if they have a day off tomorrow. พรุ่งนี้วันหยุด All of that stuff related to the resort, I think it's good to know a little bit.
So there's a question that everybody wants to know, the costs. How much did it all cost?
We knew there were a lot of costs that we had to make. So we estimated a certain amount for ourselves, but in the end, the costs were not only because it was more expensive and you needed to do more than you expected, but also we added a lot of other things like a fence, what we wanted. So in the end, the costs were considerably higher than we've anticipated.
More than double.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think Thailand is like cheap, you know?
In comparison to Europe, of course, it's cheaper, also the building costs and the materials. But in the end, for yourself, it's not that cheap that you can think, oh, I will take 50,000 euros and I can rebuild a whole resort. Right?
Okay, so more than 50,000.
Absolutely.
Much
yes.
more than 50,000.
Much more than 50,000.
Yeah. And this is money that you had saved already, or that you...
That's what we sold the house, we sold the boat, we sold the cars, we sold everything. So that's actually the money that we used to get started here. We were not aiming on being rich here on the island. We were aiming on having a good life together with our kids, and that was the whole thing, which for what we came here for, you know. And if you can make a little bit of money, that's fine. And if you have a good life, that was the most important thing. That was
Working less, traveling more,
Yes.
have a good life, always be outside and still make a little bit of money.
Yes.
So if you would give a tip to anybody who's looking to do something like you?
Look something that you really like. We found this place because it's on the place that we love. It's the right beach, the right kind of setting. So for us, it was a first-time hit. So we were very lucky that we found this pretty fast. But make sure that you find something that you really like. You know, not that you say, oh, that's maybe some good for business, but also that you get a good feeling with. And the second one, make sure don't underestimate the costs.
Make a budget, double it.
Just be aware, you know, that you won't get caught in, because there's a lot of extra costs which you don't take into consideration. There's a lot. Make sure that you don't get caught in that web, you know, that once you put all your money in and you're short and you don't have it anymore, because that's really a little spider web which you have to be careful for. And the third thing is just do it. Just be spontaneous, just do it. That's the whole thing, you know. We've had so many people sitting here at the bar telling us, oh, I was so jealous, or I could never do something like you. So I said, why not? Why couldn't you?
Everybody dreams about it.
Yeah, I'm too afraid and I cannot leave everything behind, so why not? If you want to do something like this, you just have to do it.
No, I think that's a very good last few words to end this video.
Okay, thank
All
you
right.
very much.
High five, guys.
High five. Thank
Thank you very much.